Hey, brothers and sisters, what's going on? Now, we've discussed this before, but we're talking about the return of the Christ. And one thing we must keep in mind is that the Christ is not a man. All right? The Christ is not some being or whatever, no, some troglodyte. All right. The Christ is an energy that comes from the original people at the point of awakening. All right, understand this right here. The Christ is an energy that comes from the original people at the point of an awakening or the awakening. And now we are seeing the effects of the awakening. Brothers and sisters are awakening everywhere. All right, of the original beings. When we talk about the original beings, we talk about the original beings of this realm, the so-called African Americans, the Black Americans, the blacks, the colored. This is what we're talking about. The original beings, the Atlanteans. All right, we must remember that we are far greater than what these beings want to propose. Remember that we are centurions as well. We are of the Centurion star system, so we are centurions. Those who are called Africans, they come from the Sirius star system. We allowed them to come here. All right, understand this here, okay? So we, as the original beings, are centurions. You know, we are Atlanteans, also known as Atlanteans, Babylonians, Egyptians. Just, you know, so many different ways to describe us. All right, a centurion is one who has the ability to transform from one form to another, and this is who we are. All right. And once we are, as we are gathering this information of who we are as the original beings, we're carrying ourselves into a higher level of power. This power literally belongs to us and to nature. It is important that we continue to ground ourselves. We continue to bring ourselves into this heightened point of awakening. Here in the Detroit area, I'm not going to say up here, I'm going to say over here in the Detroit area. Basically, these beings play the role as the gods. All right, they want to play the role as the gods. They have their machines, and they have clouded the sky when it's supposed to be nice, hot, and sunny. Well, it's cloudy, 50 degrees. All right. And I'm learning that there have been multiple M-class flares, multiple M10 flares. We got 3 X-class flares that are incoming right now. And this is from our galactic sun. Yes, we do have a galactic sun. We have atmospheric sun. Within our atmosphere also there are 3 suns, 3 black suns. All right, so there within our planet there are multiple suns. Okay, so our awakening is extremely important. When they said in that book called the Bible, no one knows the day of the hour at the return of the Christ, they were talking about a people. They didn't know when our return to power would come. So basically, they are working so hard to make sure that we don't awaken. Right now, you got this, Drake and somebody else, that these 2 clones that they got, and some of they in a battle. My son and my daughter was talking about it last night while we were out, because we had a family dinner last night, and they were talking about how they the song, how one does a rap, and then the next day another one has a rap. And I explained to her, I said, don't you understand this is choreographed? I said, this is just like the movie industry, it's just like the television shows. But the television show, they already have the actors act out all of the scenes, and then the next day you have a new scene, a new thing going on the next day because they've already acted out the segments. I said, don't you understand that they have this Drake and whoever else, they already have these recordings already done. So their whole thing is to try to stop the awakening, especially of the young folk. All right, the young folk is who these beings are focused on. Is the young folk. So they're going to try to push out as much as they can, because the young folk are the ones who are literally, really awakening. We have to fight for our land. All right, we were created by the land. We were created by nature. Mankind come and told us that, oh, you can be whatever you want to be. All right, he literally destroyed the mindset of the original beings through the lies that he created. You can be whoever you want to be. You can be whatever you want to be. You don't have to be this. You can be that. You can be that. That is not so when it comes to nature. Nature literally created us to be nature. Nature didn't create us to be something else. You understand, overstand, brothers and sisters, that we are dealing with a real enemy here. We're dealing with a real active enemy who wants to pull us away from nature. Okay? Understand, understand. Right now, there's this African guy with the nickname of Arms Rams, and his name is David Omawa, and he's, angry with me, and I'm like, he's making his own people look bad. He's angry with me for whatever. He wants me to get arrested. He wants me to get prosecuted for something that I don't know. He made a video saying I'm the timekeeper and I've committed many violations. I'm trying to figure out what violations he's talking about. So you see what I'm saying? We have inorganic beings, and they're not organic to the planet. All these beings called Africans are not organic to the planet. They were not birthed by this planet. We, the so-called African Americans, are the only ones who were birthed by the planet. And this is it. We're the ones who literally can make things happen here on this planet. All right, so you got to understand that we have all types of enemies all around us. Those that are called Africans, they come here and they stand against us. Brothers and sisters, don't try to make friends with them, try to do this, try to do that. It's not working. Our awakening, this is extremely important, brothers and sisters, that we bring balance to this realm. Right? It is extremely important that we bring balance to this realm. I posted a video on my TikTok. So if you go to TikTok, I'm not going to discuss it because I don't need YouTube to come and try to say, oh, you're this and this and that. But go to my TikTok on Remedy H6. On my TikTok, Remedy H6, all together, one word, Remedy H6. Okay, and there you will get some important information that is well needed for you all. But our awakening is literally the return of the Christ. All right, this is the return of Christ. Our awakening. This is where we, as the original beings, begin to understand what we're all about. We're supposed to protect the planet. Like I was talking to some brothers and sisters yesterday, and I told them, I say, we got to fight for our land. I'm like, we're fighting for everything else but our land. We're fighting for money, things, clothes, eyeglasses, hair, shoes. Seriously? We're fighting for everything else but our land. And we have a whole enemy who's working against us and need us to work against each other, getting out here rapping about us killing each other instead of us coming up building together. All right, understand this. We have an active enemy, brothers and sisters, and this active enemy is extremely real. All right, this is not an illusion. This is not what was a simulation. Even though they created a simulated program, it's not an illusion. It's not a simulation. This is real. We have an active enemy who is here, who invaded our planet, who invaded our realm, who wants to remain in existence. Our awakening changes everything. Okay, right now the Timekeepers have been given rule over this realm. I am one of the Timekeepers, but there are many Timekeepers in this realm, and the Timekeepers have been given rule over this realm. The Timekeepers, we all communicate here telepathically, all right, and we are original beings, all right, and we make certain decisions based upon the energy of the cosmos and based upon the how nature is evolving. All right, so this is all a part of our consistent state of evolution. All right, mankind, the troglodyte, literally has no rule. All right, troglodytes have no rule whatsoever, and this is one thing that we, as the original people, the original beings, must see. Troglodytes are just what they are, troglodytes. All right, we can no longer continue to move in the faction that they want to move. Right now, so many of our young people right now are pulling away from the system. Just like today, my daughter's like, I really don't feel like going to school today. Even though she has some little feminine things going on, I understand that, you know, and all you ladies understand that. But it's that time of the month. But it's important that they still are pulling away from the entire school system, because the school system is literally repeating themselves over and over and over. All right, the return of the Christ is the return of the original people. It's extremely important that we understand this. So we must come to a greater awakening. All right, just like I said on one of my main channel, everybody can awaken. Everybody can awaken. Though they are here in the Centurion star system, they are not Centurions. Centurions are the only ones who can transform, and we, the so-called African Americans, Black Americans, the Black Mexicans, which they call Black Americans, those who are in the islands, they are also a part of the original beings created. Saxon says, oh yeah, you came from Africa and we brought you from a ship from Africa. That's a lie. That's a lie. And why is it a lie? Because they don't want them fighting for the land. What is on that land? That land has got natural resources. So these troglodytes want to tell our people that in the islands that they came from Africa, when in reality they are native to that land. They were birthed by this land, and we are here to protect the land. And this is why we must understand that all of our powers are connected to the land. Every part of us is connected to the land. All right, so as we go deeper into ourselves, we'll understand that when we are out here in nature and we begin to move the elements or move the forces, all right, the forces come through us. And as we move the forces, we bring forth a new energy. This energy is literally based upon the heart chakras, throat chakras, the third eye chakra, the crown chakra, which literally opens up the gateway for the soul star chakra. All right, we talking about the higher chakras. All right, we talking about, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown chakra. We talking about these areas here where you speak and it happens. You think and it happens, and the essence of you literally connects with your heart chakra and create a completely different atmosphere. We're the only ones who can do this. We as Centurions, we as Atlanteans, Egyptians, Babylonians, the original beings of this realm, we're the only ones who can change things. So many others are upset at many of my messages because I don't include them, because they are not original. They are not original. Those who are in Tartaria are also original to the planet. Those who are natural to Tartaria. Those who has a bloodline in the kingship. All right, the original beings, not those who they're called African. We're talking about the original beings of Tartaria. The ones that look like the so-called African Americans, they are original here as well. Okay, and it is our awakening. All right, it is our awakening. You understand why certain beings in the land, in that area, Tartaria, are fought against so hard, and they're awakening. See, this whole system that was created by these troglodytes, they literally took themselves and they put themselves in a power that was never given to them by us. All right, but they had to put us in a sleep state, and they had to deceive us. So this is like passed down, this oppression. When they say the iniquities are passed down from generation to generation, iniquities are nothing but oppression. So the oppression was passed down to make us think that we were lesser than them, when in reality we are the greater beings. They needed us to think that because they had money and things that we were less than them, when all along they knowing that we have the ultimate power to change everything in this realm. And it is important, brothers and sisters, that we do change everything in this realm. It is extremely important. Now, those brothers and sisters, those cousins of ours who in the land called Africa, yes, the things that they do with nature literally makes a difference as well, because they are cosmic beings. It's just like we are cosmic beings, but they don't have the full impact as we have, because they are of the Sirius star system. They will be what you call the true Syrians. All right, but we are of this star system. All right, we are Centurions, the Centurion star system. We are Centurions. We are the only beings who can literally transform. And this is a part of that awakening. When you realize that you can transform into another being in the physical. All right, if you want to talk about real shapeshifters, you're not talking about no shapeshifters because somebody twitched their eye. That's not a shapeshifter. All right, they're trying to hide their original form. All right, which means that they have two different sets of eyes, which represents the reptilians or the insectoids, who have two different sets of eyes. All right, that can flip back and forth. That's not a shapeshifter. A shapeshifter is one whose body literally shifts into a completely different shape. Where we are able to expand, our body can expand, and we can become giants. We can be eagles. We can become dragons. We can become sea-dwelling creatures. We can literally turn into all kind of strange beings that's never been seen before. We as Centurions, we as the original beings, so-called African Americans, so-called Black Americans, so-called colored people. All right, we are the Atlanteans, and this is the part where they fear us the greatest. This is why they always talk about mankind battling the dragon, because we contain that serpent DNA. The serpent DNA allows us to transform when we have come to our heightened level of energy, our heightened level of power. Understand this, brothers and sisters. We are the original in everything. Right? As Centurions, as Atlanteans, what you call Babylonians. All right? This is why it is important. We always talked about building and creating. These beings literally fought against us building because they know when we began to build, as I said before, things begin to change. We are the only ones who can literally change and shape everything. We are the Christ. All right, that's why they say the day of the return of the Christ, no man knows the day of the return, because they didn't know when we were going to return. They didn't know when we were going to return, and we have to return in absolute power. We have to return in absolute force. This is where we, as the original beings, begin to take over. All right, so we taking over. We literally controlling the entire body of nature in this realm. This is one of their greatest fears. This is one of their greatest fear. We taking over. We literally controlling the entire scope of everything, and they not knowing what to do. No matter how much friends they try to make with us, no matter how much they want to be, they want to mate with us, no matter what they do, they will not be able to control what is getting ready to come. Right now, I understand that there are over, over 34 M-class flares that came from our galactic sun within 10 hours. And they're very afraid. And if you're in an area and it's very cloudy, just understand that they have made it cloudy to try to block some of this energy. All right. And these are the days when our Hopi brothers wrote about the return of the original beings. And you know when the return of the original beings, because you will not know the difference between summer and winter. All right. So these days are coming. These days are coming, but it's important that we, as original people, continue to move in the fashion of the ancient ways. That we'll start gaining ancient knowledge and ancient information. Though they have hidden the books, all this information was within our bloodline. Everything is within our blood. All right, so I just wanted to share that with you all. The return of the Christ is the return of the original beings, and we are the original beings, and we are those who are feared the most. All right, we are those who are feared the most. We are those who are literally who are literally feared in the greatest form. That's why that I still go back to that so-called leader of Israel who say the blacks are the problems with Israel. Yes, our energy, our awakening energy is causing a lot of things to happen. All right, things to happen that has never happened before. Information is being brought out that's been hidden away from us. They want to tell us that we can't go here, we can't go there, we can't do this, we can't do that, as if they are our parents, and they are not. These troglodytes do not belong here, and the troglodytes must go. All right, they must go, and we must continue to move in the way of nature. We can no longer allow troglodytes to do as they please. It is time for us to change now. Our changing, our awakening changes and shifts everything in this realm. Troglodytes are the ones who are literally trying to create winter, summer, spring, fall, when all the seasons are based upon extremely high energy. All right. So understand, brothers and sisters. We are moving into a completely different realm of energy and a completely different area of power. So your awakening is highly necessary. Pass this message on to other brothers and sisters. All right. It's time for us to grow. All right. It's time for us to flow. All right. I'm meeting brothers and sisters every day who are awakened. And like I say, you can't judge a book by a cover. Until you open that book up, you be like, wow, what the fuck? I thought this motherfucker was a fucking drug dealer. I thought he was a hoodster. This dude, this brother here is freaking woke. This sister is woke. All right? Take this with stride, brothers and sisters. We who are the original are those who are mostly fought against beyond anyone else. Troglodytes is trying to stay alive. It's time for everything to be brought back into balance. All right. So let's pass this on to you guys. The Christ, we are the Christ. We are the ones who literally are the returning beings. Remember, the Christ is not some pale-faced troglodyte. No. The Christ is a people. All right. The Christ is an energy. Oh, who's that hit my face? Something hit my face. The Christ is a people and an energy. Well, they're trying to make it rain. That's a raindrop that hit my face. So the Christ is an energy. All right. And it comes from the original beings who are the true rulers of this realm. We own this planet. All right. Brothers and sisters, we own this planet. And now we're taking over. Continue to move in the flow of nature. Remember that we have a real enemy, and your greatest power is nature. So you're faced with an enemy. Remember to ground yourself and use the power of the forces around you. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Don't believe in nature. Believe in you. When you believe in yourself, you believe in the natural order that you contain. Nature is within you, but you want nature to fight. No, you are the nature that fights for yourself and fight for nature. So you believe in yourself. You believe in everything that is within you and on the outside of you. All right, I'm telling you this now, brothers and sisters. You believe in yourself. I can do this. Take time breathing. We're gonna get back into some meditation sessions. Take time breathing. Take time understanding who you are. Breathe. Pull this power within you and bring yourself into the power of the true forces of nature. All right. So catch you guys later. All right. You know the deal. All power to the multi-chakra celestial angelic beings. My chaos running through forever and ever and ever. Remember, chaos is everything, brothers and sisters. Chaos is everything, and you are chaos. Much power to you all.